Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Finally. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. There's just been a lot of bad stuff going on lately. Before I go any further, this eyeshadow situation, I was putting on my top liner, which thanks to Gerard Cosmetics has been a lot easier for me because I'm horrible at eyeliner and makeup in general. And I sneezed and went shh, so I just put black eyeshadow on. Anyway, so I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys what's been going on, sort of where have I been, I'm back, this is what's going on type thing, before I get back into my slaying shades and rants and PJ pants and things like that. So if you don't know, my car was stolen. It was stolen outside of Bob's lab that he works at, and this was almost 4 weeks ago, or at least it's been 3 weeks. And what happened is after he contacted the police, they ended up calling later that night saying that they found my car at Performance Auto in Jefferson Hills. So, and to Google it, that's what the cop said, Google it. So I did, and there is no Performance Auto in Jefferson Hills. So it took us a few days to figure out where my car actually was. The police officers from New Kensington never called us back when we kept trying to call them, like, hey, it's not, there is no Performance Auto there, so where is the car? My husband immediately contacted the insurance company, blah, blah, blah. So then we find out where the car is. It was a different place, like Prestige Auto, something like that. And we find out that it's there. And the insurance company knows. There's a police report from the Pleasant Hills Police Department. There's also a report with New Ken Police Department. And we couldn't find a fob to get into the car. It said it was found without a key. So it took us a few days to end up finding the other fob, which is in my nothing. I have like this space beside the bed where there's just like extra blankets. Laddie's bed is down there, and right above that I just like have empty water bottles, books. I call it my nothing. Things just disappear in there. So I finally found the fob. So exactly a week after the car was stolen, we were able to go and see it. The car wouldn't start. The car was also out of gas, but it sounded like there was something else like wrong with it. Like there was enough gas in there probably to start, but something was going on with it. There were Dorito crumbs everywhere, lots of dents and stuff, and damage on the passenger side, a little bit on the driver's side, a little bit in the front, a little bit in the back. There were knives, one of which it sort of looks like a bone saw. My husband uses it for work. That was out of its package. It was in a package, like he just bought it and didn't use it yet. And that was opened. It was out in the back seat where all these Dorito crumbs were, and condoms. And my husband was like, oh, at least you didn't find a used one. And I was like, you spoke too soon. Used condom. I mean, it was already violating enough that like these assholes were in my vehicle. There were 3 of them, as far as we know from the Pleasant Hills Police Department. And to know that they did this shit in my car, and I'm wondering, like, hopefully they didn't like assault somebody or something, and that's why they had the knife out and there was a condom there. I mean, I don't know. We'll never know. But it was absolutely disgusting. Burn holes, empty cigarette packs, cigarettes, their clothing. It was just sad. I was like, she was a good woman. She was a virgin. My husband and I didn't even break her in. And what really was upsetting to me too is that my grandmother helped give me the last bit of money I needed for the down payment on this car. I researched this car. This was the car for me. I'm short, so it was like a small SUV. It's a Mazda CX-5. And I loved this car. I think it's like a 2016 or 17, I can't remember, but anyway, not important. I just love this car, and it has some sentimental value to me just because my grandmother, and she was my best friend. So I was just sick over this, So we get in touch with the insurance company after we see the car. I send the lady a bunch of pictures. There was some damage to the passenger side mirror, which I knew of. This was prior, but it looked like a lot worse. It looked like they had banged into that, like something with that mirror, but I don't know. So anyway, then she says, in order for them to, I guess, like, to pay the place to fix the car, my husband had to do a recorded statement. So we were looking this up. A lot of people said, don't you ever give a recorded statement to an insurance company, all this kind of stuff. So in our policy, there is a cooperation clause, and the insurance lady was like, if you don't, because she needed my husband to do this, if you don't do this statement, then we're not going to pay for the storage charges for your car, which has been there for weeks. He ended up, just doing the statement. I mean, there was nothing to like lie about. So that was like almost 2 weeks ago that he gave this statement, and now I need to give a statement. I'm assuming it's to compare his statement with mine and try to find any little tiny inconsistency so that they can get out of paying. And it's pissing me off. Like, I know that people do things and take advantage of insurance companies and stuff like that. We have 2 different police reports. They already sent an adjuster out there. We have all of these pictures. We didn't steal our own fucking car. You know what I mean? And I just want my car back. And we have insurance and we pay insurance for things like this. So when they happen, then we can have coverage. Now, my husband, he is a very nice and patient person. I'm usually that way, but after weeks of this nonsense and going back and forth, and this dude that's supposed to be fixing this car, I think he's shady as shit. And now I have to do a statement, and I'm just pissed. So although she doesn't know it yet, she doesn't want me to give a recorded statement. I'm gonna have to obviously keep my cool, but I'm pissed off, and I know why that she wants a statement. You know what I mean? And besides that, I wasn't there. Like, I don't know what the police officer said, because that, they interviewed Bob. That was his whole thing. Both of our names are on the car, by the way. But so I'm sure they just want to find like some kind of inconsistencies to try not to pay this shit, and it's pissing me off. I want my car back. So the day that 2 days after we ended up going to see the car and its devastating state that it is in, we were on our way to the Greek Food Festival in Oakmont, and my husband gets a call that he got let go from the lab. And we were like, oh my goodness, because we don't know what's going on with this shady ass insurance stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. And there's a local news station with a guy that does sort of like these investigative stuff if like people are trying to screw you over, and his name is Rick Earl. And I'm like, I got his number because thanks to a friend and stuff, I got in touch with like the local news, because this was ridiculous. Like, this guy was trying to charge us all this money to have my car like there when we didn't even know where my car was. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. So then he loses his job, and so when it rains, it pours. So we've been just dealing with a bunch of like just stress of like bills and things like that. And you guys are like really great. I got more than a few texts and DMs, like if I needed any help with anything, even bills, you guys would help me. I mean, I absolutely appreciate that so much. It's absolutely amazing. I could never ever do that. We're fine. We're just not as fine as we want to be. We're not people that like live beyond our means or anything like that. It's just going to be a little tight for a while. I may pick up a new patient. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I do know that there are 2 labs interested in hiring Bob, but some of them are pretty far away. So we're going to just have to play it by ear, see what happens. But I'm just so frustrated with this whole insurance situation. And it's like every day I was trying to get a hold of her. She's trying to get a hold of me. My brother is still out of his mind and is always here with the kids. He just showed up at like 9 o'clock in the morning the one day. I'm like, I love these kids, but I don't have kids for a reason. And he will leave them here and go to work. And I'm just like, what is going on? It doesn't matter what I say. It's just, Oh, it's just a lot. Also on Saturday, I had a bronchial spasm outside of Walmart, so that was fun. So I'm just having some issues with like my asthma. I have allergies. It has been so humid here. It doesn't even feel like you're breathing when you're outside. I know it's been really hot like everywhere, and I think that it just really got to me. So I'm trying to get over that. I'm feeling pretty good today though. So that's all the stuff that's been going on. Just like a lot of stressful kind of stuff, and I really want my car back. I don't want to give this statement, but she's like threatening to not to pay for things and do stuff like that. And we called like two attorneys, and one of them was like, if there's a cooperation clause in there, and you might want to do a statement, because as long as you're telling the truth. And then some people are like, don't. So I don't know what's going to happen during this phone call, but I am pissed off, and I'm just going to have to try to hold it together. Because Bob said that when he had to do his recorded statement, like they asked some really personal questions where you're like, why would you even need to know this? And I'm just going to be like, you don't need to know that. I don't care. We always pay our insurance. We have our payments on time. This is, pay our premium, our deductible, everything. This should be settled. This should have been settled. And they're dragging their goddamn feet. And I know it's because they want to try to figure out a way to not pay for this shit. And I'm sorry that I am repeating myself. I'm just so angry about it. Serenity now. So that's what's been going on. And with Bob being like at home, when I come home in the morning and I usually film, and he's usually in this room and playing video games, or he's irritating me. And so I've just been like not in the mood to sit down and film. I am in the mood now, and I do have a list of videos for this week, some Slay and Shade remixes, rants and PJ pants, which just kind of is because I have PJ pants on, but they are shorts, and I have psoriasis all over my legs, so you guys don't need to see that. But they are from Five Below, and they're gray and have white skulls on them. So this is just what's been going on, and I've just been kind of like, just not feeling like really doing any videos. And so I apologize for that, but everything will be back to normal this week. And by normal, I mean at least one video. But I do want to actually do a video, just like my final thoughts on this whole Jaclyn Hill thing with Jaclyn Cosmetics, because my video that I did, I only did one video on it, and so much else has come out since then, and I have like a lot of feelings about it. So I might just do like a roundup of my feelings and opinions on that situation, and then get into some Slay and Shades and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Now you know where I've been, and I'll keep you guys updated if you want to follow me on Twitter about my car and everything. Thank you so much, for reaching out to me and just making sure that I'm okay, and, asking me if I need anything. All I needed was that. You guys just ask me if I'm okay. That's good enough for me. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're new here and you want to subscribe, that is cool. You can follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. It'll either be my thoughts on Jaclyn Cosmetics, or it's going to be Tati Westbrook Slay and Shade remix, because I have some feelings about her. I already did a Slay and Shade on her, but lately, like, I mean, she acts like she's the beauty YouTuber, like, sweetheart, of YouTube, and I just see right through that. So I have a lot to say on her. So I hope you guys will tune in and watch the videos this week. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love and hugs. Bye.